Alright, aye everyone, this is the video for your vote. Voting for which soap you wanted me to cut from the list. See, I'm totally out of sync with videos. So the easy winner was Pear Champagne or Green Champagne, still not sure what I'm going to call it. Now, I've actually used to always carry this soap, but I discontinued it because there is a problem with it. It smells amazing, it's just gorgeous, but for some reason it always crumbled in the middle of the soap, like here. So I'm going to cut through this, and I've got my fingers crossed that it's not going to happen, but it could happen, so I'm hoping it won't. But so many people loved it, and I love it too, that I thought, oh, I'll bring it back. Plus I wanted to do, you know, the pastels. I've got my pink champagne, my lemon champagne, my green champagne. I did have a blue champagne once, but I haven't done that one for a long time. And that was one where the fragrance used to seize all the time, so I try not to even bother with those fragrances anymore. And it's a shame because some of them are so absolutely gorgeous, but if they seize, you just can't make them look good unless you're doing a layered soap. A fragrance that seizes is brilliant for a layered soap, you know, blue layer, pink layer, whatever. So here we go, this is the first cut. I've got my fingers crossed, please God. Yeah, see, it is still doing it, but it's not quite as bad. But it's so lovely that I have seen it a lot worse than that before. I don't know if you can see it close up, but I'll just show you. It's sort of ripply cracked here, but it's very pretty, very pretty. I was hoping that because I've maybe titivated my recipe a bit more since I used to do it, that it might work better. So I've just got a few things to mention while we're cutting this soap, but before I do, I'll just say that it is a beautiful crisp pear fragrance. It's more of a realistic pear. It isn't like the pear champagne or the champagne pear. There's a fragrance oil called champagne pear or pear champagne, I can't remember. It is different to that. So the first thing I want to talk about is shipping again. But when we're shipping, it's really important that we get the correct email address, the correct phone number. And the reason I say that is because I've actually sent orders abroad, and because 1 or 2 letters were the wrong way around, they sent the parcel to abandonment, never to be seen again. And that one was a £200 order, I think it was, and it was going to Pacific Palisades. I think it's Pacific Palisades, but I thought it was Pacific Palisades, so I got the A and the I round the wrong way, and just simply they sent it to abandonment, and that was it. Never saw it again. I didn't even know that it hadn't arrived, because I only really hear from people that haven't received their products. When they get them, they don't email you unless they're going to say, oh, how lovely they are. So the other thing is, this has happened twice recently as well. I've sent products with Fedex to a couple of customers, and those customers have received a bill through the door. As far as I'm aware, I'm almost certain that there's no way you would ever get another bill when you're buying in from the UK. In the UK, when we buy from overseas, we get duty added, import duty, and we also get tax added. That's because things are more expensive in this country, and they can't possibly let you get away with that, because if you're buying from overseas like the States or China or wherever, they can't bear the fact that you're getting it for a little bit less money, so they have to come up with a way of robbing you blind. But I've just had a customer this week actually has contacted me to say that she's had a bill from Fedex, and the first excuse was that she had to pay for the shipping. Well, when I book an order in, you have to pay for the shipping. It won't print off the documents until it's paid for. It won't even accept it into the system if it isn't paid for. So I've sent the receipt and everything over for the payments that I've made, and they've now turned around and said that it's payment for perfume. Well, there's no perfume in the parcel. They seem to have classed the fact that there's soap in there as perfume. So this is their latest excuse. And the lady who has bought this from me, again, she's bought from me before and this didn't ever happen. She says it's what's called double dipping in the States. You know, they get the money from us at this end and they get the money from you at that end. But what I'll say is I send thousands of parcels to the States a year, and I send even more all over the world, and no one ever gets a shipping bill just so they can get the products delivered. See how it's crumbling on the bottom? So please don't, if you ever get one, don't panic, because that's not for you to pay. I mean, there may be some countries in the world that you have to pay import duty, but I don't know of any, but there might be some around the world, so it's worth checking up with your country to make sure before you order from overseas. Because as I say, if you buy from overseas to bring into the UK, you always get an extra bill, and it's usually at least £20, and I've paid all the way up to 60, I think, for import duty. So it's not cheap, and you know, £60, well, £50 is probably about $75–80. So I just wanted to tell you about that, so that if it ever happens, don't go and pay the bill, because you were never meant to receive it in the first place. So the other things, I have to write it down because I'm no good at remembering. Yeah, if you're a user on the website and you've forgotten your password, please let me know, because the only way to get yourself a new password is by having your user account deleted. Now, I think I'm the only person that can delete your account. So if you've done that and you want to change your password or whatever, or you can't log in, just get in touch and I'll delete your account, and then you can restart a new one. Just one other little thing that happened the other